Okay, so for this 2x1 pixel bunker base, uh, the way I start is just 1x1. Wood. UTC down. And since there isn't an airlock, I would suggest locking TC. Then, what I do next is these triangles. And sort of the most important part of this for foundations is you want to make sure that you're building off of this triangle socket and not off of the square foundation socket. So usually I will turn until I get the foundation just off the triangle. I believe that once you upgrade this to wood, it will be this orientation where it's coming off the triangle and the lines are not coming off of the square foundation. What I do after that is wall this all up. And then you can continue 2x1. Face out. That's upgraded. Another important thing is for this ceiling to make sure it's coming off of this wall socket. Now, once you have this, you do have an airlock here because the double doors you can't get through. I guess make sure that's closed before you open that. And then the next thing would be to get the outer airlock on. Doorway. Make sure the door is facing in for your airlock. And triangle. So at this point, what I would suggest doing is getting enough stone to upgrade everything, and enough metal to do this wall. I mean, you probably want to put a metal single door here first for those two. But this you're going to end up picking out. So let's try removing this. And this. So, there we go. Okay, so you're gonna get your bag in here. And you can here to make sure that you get a large box in and it is all the way up against the wall flat. Then you can destroy this. And what you want to test next is that this foundation is indeed offset. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there is sort of a gap that you can tell. You can see this 1 pixel gap in between these two boards. But to verify it, what you want to do is, I guess let's upgrade everything first. So this is the point where you're going to upgrade it to sheet metal. And when you upgrade it to sheet metal, you can flip it, you can rotate it. And to test the bunker, what we're going to do is, you can test it with twig. Normally what I use to see through or get a better view is a crossbow. I try to get it all the way up against this back wall. Aim the crossbow, center the crossbow at the line, and then walk down this line to make sure that you're perfectly in line. If you have a weapon flashlight, it does help. Let's put one on. There we go. Turn this on. And you can see that line better. And once you get over here, turn that off so you can see the open a little bit better. You can reach through this 1 pixel gap here because this foundation is coming off that triangle foundation and not off of this square. This is the important thing when the boards are going this way. If they're going this way, you're probably connected to this socket and you won't get that gap. Now that we know that the gap is good here for the bunker, what I would do is, let's pick this up. So build a half wall here. Triangle on top. Destroy the half wall. Upgrade this. And build a wall. And this can be stone or up. Get our box down. So the box only needs to be you want to get it as far over to the left as you can, but where it's still overlapping with this gap here between the two walls. You can place, the next box I would place in the bunker is small box you can put here. Try to get it all the way up against the wall and all the way over to the right as you can. And this large box up here. And the strength here is that you can lock everything. If you're playing with multiple players, you can always give the bag to them and put on code locks in here to lock everything up. And what you'll want to do at this point, get your TC in there, lock for it. Building plant hammer is good to have in there. You can do another barbecue small box. And what you would do at this point is F1, kill yourself, and then spawn back on the other side. Over here. So it's good to have a bag out here. And then you're going to want to destroy this TC. So if you're playing with multiple people, have one person at the bunker ready to place a TC and then destroy this. If you're solo, what I would recommend is if you're using machetes, get this HP as low as you can get it, like 2 HP. And then go outside and check to make sure that nobody's out here. Because if somebody gets up on the roof and they have a TC, they will take over the base. I mentioned this because it happened on the Project Nova Wild West server. So it does happen. And just to show that this still works once you upgrade to metal. Oh, I think at this, when it's stone, it has to be flipped around the other way. Yeah, so it doesn't work when it's hard side out, but if you rotate this, it should work at this point. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah, it does work. So it has to be saw side out, one of them. But if you upgrade this sheet metal, you can rotate it after you upgrade, and yeah, still works. So if you get this lined up just right, there's that. Oh, there's no TC yet. So we destroy our TC in this room. We can spawn into the bag in the bunker. And then we can place the TC in here. And when you, before you destroy your TC in there, you can pull all the resources out and pass it through into this large box. So the thing about this TC is, I face it towards the metal walls, towards the 2 square sections. You can place it. And then, we have our key lock. You can lock this up. If there are other players you're playing with that you want them to get TC access to, you can spawn in the bunker, unlock this, let them get off, and then lock it again. That's pretty much it for the basics of this bunker. You can fit a lot in this room still. I mean, you can put down barbecue and a small box. And you can still access this small box, this large box. You can reach them all. You can't reach the small box in the back, but you can reach these 2 large boxes and the TC through the gap. Show that. That's a lower box right there. Once you upgrade this to armored, the gap is a little bit bigger. The other thing you can do is when you're building those triangles, you can build them further out and then build squares back, and that will make this gap wider. That's the upper box. For this bunker, one other thing that I recommend is in your options, controls. I play with 0.4 sensitivity. If this number is lower, it should make it a bit easier to reach through to the bunker. If you're still having problems, then my other recommendation would be building the triangles out further. So what you would do, instead of ending at these 3 triangles, you would build them further out. And then you're going to want to destroy these so that you don't connect to those sockets. And you put a square here, and then make sure that you're connecting off of this socket and not the other one. Place that one, and then you do it one more time. And the gap is noticeably larger. So the downside to that is someone might potentially see through that gap easier. But it also makes it easier for you to reach in. Some other notes about when you're building these triangles out further. If it's not flat and you end up with something like this, say this one is high, the foundation, and you can't build lower, and then you have to build high at that point, and you build these squares back in high, I could not get this lower one to attach to this socket. It ended up attaching to the other socket. So if these end up going high, then just stick with the lower triangles. If there is a way to make it connect to that socket, I'd be interested in hearing how, but I was not able to do that. So this is pretty simple at this point. You can upgrade all inside to armored, and the cost is pretty low for upkeep. For expansion, there is a lot you can do. Let me show you. So I use this to make a car base. Here's the bunker. Here's the sort of the 2x1 area. But you can place the car lift through this double doorway. Here's the car lift. And you can place all of your electricity stuff in this triangle, window it up. You can have a vending machine in here. I suggest having doors because depending on the size of your car, with these walls, it will spit you out when you exit the car behind. And these doors will allow you to get back into the 2x1. And then you can pass things through there, or if you attach the wall sockets to this extended one, you can reach through the ceiling also. So you can put half walls, and you can fit 2 large boxes and a small box in here with half height walls, and then seal this all off. Additionally, what you can do is if you really want to secure your entrance, you can put a raised car ramp. I guess I should show you from the inside first. When you're inside the 2x1 here, you could put a vending machine in this socket off the 2x1, or you can put a shop front, whatever you want. But you can put a double door here, repair bench. Close this double door. Have this single door. Close those. If you're in here, you cannot pass through here. You cannot walk through here. When this is sealed off with a triangle, no one can push you through either. But what you could do is when you open this door, it pushes you through. So make sure that these doors are locked and nobody else has access. But from the outside, you could do the same thing to get in. So that's one other option if you want to make a stronger entrance. And then, if you want to maximize the storage in the 2x1, this is what I've done for a wipe on official servers. So in this main 2x1 area, you can get 4 larger boxes, barbecue, small box, tier 3, you can put 1, 2, whatever you want there. This is with usable honeycomb. So if I pick up the window, you can get 2 vending machines in here. You could do the same on the other side. And then you can do another one here. You could put a storage locker in there or a battery. You can get more large boxes in your vending machine. Inside of the bunker, what I've been able to do so far is you can put lanterns to store low grade. You can put 2 drop boxes behind the TC. You still have the small box over there, large, barbecue, and the small box still fits, and 2 more drop boxes here. You can fill this with as many lanterns as you want for as much low grade storage as you want. The other thing is, how I mentioned before, through the roof, once you have, let's line this up, you can sort of see the gap here. Once you have access to these boxes over here through this gap, you can do the same through the roof. So what I have up here on this particular base is, as I mentioned on the car garage base, you can just do half walls and you can stick 2 large boxes in a small box. The other option you can do is you can make this a secondary bunker for more cold storage. You can put a bag in there. You can fit all these large boxes in here. It's a barbecue, small box, a large box. I had trouble getting the large box over there, but you can use this however you see fit. This is a ton of storage for a 2x1. And of course, you can make this as strong as you want in here. You can metal this up or armor it. You can honeycomb it. Yeah. So if there's anything you would do different or any upgrades, I'd be interested in hearing what you use the base for. I've been using it on official servers, and I've lasted the whole month on faceprint servers. There were a couple raid attempts, but they were never able to get the TC, so it's strong in that sense for a 2x1. Anyways, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Have fun. Have a rusty day.